So let's actually put in a trailing stop in there. It's either going to come out, we're either going to come out a couple $100 ahead or a couple $100 below. I'm just in one lot there. It's not exactly where I want to be. We're in the middle of a range, so it's either going to sell off or not. Did get knocked out of that GC trade. We're not really happy about that whole situation. But we made about, I shared all this in Discord. I'll show you Discord here in a second. So y'all can, where we at? Now we are streaming there. So, you know, I'd like to change the YouTube thumbnail just because I like it better, more better. Focusing on scalping the news. So let's do this first. You know, streaming is, like I said, it's a little bit different thing for those that don't stream. Save. All right, let's grab this.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
We got stopped out of the NQ. You little bastard. Oh no, we got stopped out of the CL trade. And then we're in 2 lots on the NQ. I think we probably need to reverse that position. I think we reverse it out.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah. Dinging my P&L a little bit by a couple $100. You little bastard. I need 4 monitors. I don't really want to stream from my other spot because I got 6 there. I like streaming up here in my spot, my other spot. But, you know, having 6 monitors has its advantages. I only got 3 up here. If I put 4 up here, it's going to be, that's a little extreme. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We should be sniping the news today. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. What was I gonna do? Is that 2? All right, let's go. I'll share this out here. We'll share it on the Twitters. We'll share it on the Telegrams. Look at that. We're long the NQ, and it is working out in our favor a little bit. We're up about, is that $470? It is. That's magical. Damn. Magical. Why don't you trade the Euro USD? I do. I do. I trade Forex. I trade equities, crypto, etc. I trade it all, man. But I stream. I mean, how am I going to stream everything I trade? I don't think people really appreciate how much streaming really is hard. It's hard enough to trade. Hey, mate. What's up, Mike? Immaculate Tony. Tapping that rocket. I never heard that. I could take that multiple ways. Tapping that rocket. Yes. Oh, man, look at CL. It did not pick me up on that sell-off, you little bastard. CL, you're pissing me off. I mean, it picked me up before. All right, let's trade this other range here. So we'll see if we can get picked up here for one lot, and then we'll figure out whether or not we want to scale in. Tapping that rocket. That's what she said. While I am a trader, and I trade trading extremely seriously, at heart, I don't know if I'm a 12-year-old kid, a 12-year-old boy, or a 9-year-old boy. I'm not quite sure what maturity level I haven't matured above. I just know I've either not matured above a 12-year-old level in some aspects of being a man. So I just accept it. I don't care. I don't care that for the rest of my life I'm going to love South Park. If South Park is on and I'm still 70, I'm still going to be watching it. I'm still going to like Cartman. Screw you guys. I'm going home. That's the new thing I should put into the stream. I need to get some Cartman stuff. Product updates. Discord did a product update. Jesus. Every Discord username has been case sensitive and had a number attached to it called a discriminator. This lets you have the same username as someone else as long as you have a different discriminators or different case letters. However, this also means you have to remember the set of 4-digit numbers. No shit. That's why constant scammers are taking them. We wanted to make it easier for you to identify and add your friends while preserving your ability to use your preferred name across Discord. So we are removing discriminators and introducing a new unique usernames called @usernames and display names. New usernames are alphanumeric. Okay. So how do you reserve this so no one reserves my freaking username? Probably shouldn't have said that on stream because someone's going to try to reserve my fucking username. So how do you reserve that then? Discord. When you're eligible to change your username and claim a new username, you'll be notified in app. The older your Discord account, the sooner you will become eligible to pick a new username. Oh, okay. All right, well,
Stop field.
Finally they're doing something about friggin' usernames. All right, we're getting knocked out of that trade. We're going to probably picked up for the CL trade here. It is a fade long. So we got to be a little bit mindful.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm going to potentially try to get picked up down below. So we're not going to let that position be our only position. We're going to say that okay, it's going to rip down to the next extreme band of the RDA on chart 4. We are fading that, so we got to be careful because it could just rip against us. Right now, I don't know, we're up about 7,500. You know, keep in mind, I'm not trading super at scale. Why? I'm working on my number one thing. Plus, no, I mean, I don't need to explain myself. I'm just explaining to you. I'm working on my number one thing. My number one thing is I fade the market too much. But not for long, I'm afraid. Oh, okay. Well, JDS, hopefully you get to refine your trading, or we figure out a way that you can do some swing trades. So, yeah, I'm working on my number one thing, which is not trading against the best speculative system that's ever been developed for mankind. One of the best, not the best. One of the best speculative systems that's ever been developed in mankind. The Rex Dog trade system. So, when I trade against it and I fade too much, strangely, very oddly, my P&L shows on it. And it's kind of dumb to trade against a system that you've developed that's highly effective and has edge. It's probably one of the dumbest things you can do as a trader. But I've developed that habit due to my capital trading level, as well as just developing a bad habit. Still have positive P&L days, pretty much. Not pretty much. I say pretty much because there's been 2 days this year that I've had red days. So 2 days this year. You can go to my P&L on my website. You can see those 2 days. I made those 2 days back within 2 days, both. But that was a sign to me that, hey dude, you got like some kind of bad trading habit, and it's starting to show, and it's going to hurt one day. Gold is at the RDA. I think we buy one gold. Boom.
Order filled. Order filled.
We'll buy gold. Let's look at the 4-chart setup. We will then work on a pullback to, why is that level there? We'll work on a pullback, potentially entry on that there, down to 2002. Now, if you were here on the stream this morning, I called the trade. Look at those executions. That's some bomb executions right there. So I showed this in Discord. I showed this trade in Discord as it unfolded. Basically, faded this move. We were waiting for 240. I caught the first move. So see those entries? This is short, 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 and then buy, 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 buy. So me buying back. So basically, probably about a $1,500 trade there. So we short, 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 and then first reaction zone, take profit. Second reaction zone, we took profit. And then I put a scaling in. We were knocked out on the scaling in. And then I faded this move here. Short, short, short. Actually, you know what we could do? I bet I could do this. There you go. You can even see my entries a little bit better. So seeing this bar, that's where I sold, 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 buy, 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 buy. So you can kind of see my executions for those that want to see the executions. Oh, now we're down about $120 on that GC trade. So we'll wait and see whether or not it's going to pull back. It did tap the VWAP there, as we can see. And then we're up. Okay, so we're up on the GC trade. Well, not really. Wait, no, we are. Sorry. We're up in the CL trade about $120. We're up about $1,000 on, or $900. Sorry, not exact. $900 on the actual NQ trade. Look, if you haven't joined Discord, you want to join Discord down below. The other thing I would highly suggest is that you send me a DM and you ask how to get started with the trade system, because we're not going to be here forever. I'm not going to be here publicly forever. I'm up about 7,500. 7,500 being a sniper. I'll share that. I'll share so you can see it. And then we're up in open profit about $1,000. About a G.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
Oh man, what happened? Who stopped us out? That bastard. How dare you? Yo, how dare you? That one chick, what is her name? What's that one chick's name? That chick that confronted Trump. I don't remember her name. That super meme where she did, how dare you? Ain't that a gun, Lal? Lapua. 203. We got knocked out of the NQ. Now the question on the NQ, is that a fadeable zone? Not really. The fadeable zone is 300. So really we should be looking at being buyers. That's where I'm going to be a buyer right here. If we don't get picked up, we miss the trade. If we do get picked up, fine. It should go back up. Trading momentum. But we got knocked out of that trade. You little bastard. GC is pulling back a little bit more than I want to see it pull back. So I think we'll do one more buy limit down below based on what the chart tells us. Trading the 4 chart setup. So for those that are watching, you know, what you don't see is that we trade the 4 chart setup. It's a combination of tick and time charts. It is really a secret superpower in trading, especially when you have access to it, or you understand how to trade it, I should say. Damn it, I'm not aggressive enough on this NQ move. Pisses me off. Hate missing trades like that. Not aggressive enough on that trade. Okay, it's approaching the weekly open. That's where it's going. So we're gonna have to do a we don't have to. I'm going to do a participation trade.
Order filled. Order filled.
So it's going for the weekly open. It's so obvious. See it? Bam. Let's look at the NDX. NDX going for the weekly open. Enter that trade a little too late. Bam. Expect a weekly open probably up to like, we have a line on here. See that line here? That's important. I put it there. Pre-market. I shared it with everybody in the group. It's 13,250 spot 23. We'll be selling up there.
Stop filled.
Got knocked out of our CL trade. CL is invalid. Not invalid, but the trades that we have on the deck was invalid. All right, now we got to be less aggressive. Got to focus. What do you think the best way is to find where the trend is going? Well, number one, we don't use ABS asked on YouTube. What do you think the best way to find where the trend is going? Well, number one, we don't use the word trend around here. We trade momentum. But I'll answer your question. We have an indicator in our system that tells us whether or not we should be biased long or short with, and I'm using air quotes, the trend. But I would highly suggest that you don't think about trends. What you do is you think about what direction is the market moving, and you would say, well, isn't that the trend? Yeah. But I would suggest that you think in momentum, and you think, okay, at this given time, the market is showing me, the chart is showing me that it is momentum long or it is momentum short. So the best way to find where the trend is going is actually a free indicator I have released called the Rexdog average. It's one of the best indicators that exist for defining what you would call the trend, which I think is a major mistake to think about, but what we call momentum. We actually call it bias in our system. Bias is basically the bias you should have when you look at a chart.
Order filled.
You should be able to look at a chart and know exactly whether or not you should be short or long within 5 seconds of looking at that chart. That's if you want to devise an effective trade system, devise a trade system where you don't have to study charts for hours, minutes, or whatever. Devise a trade system that tells you very clearly within 5 to 10 seconds of that chart which direction you should be thinking, in addition to where your next two best trades are. Your next two best trade on the short side and your next two best trades on the long side. Or if you want to get simplistic, your next best trade on the short side and your next best trade on the long side. And I intentionally say that because you can focus on just being long only, meaning like you only focus on making money, or you can only trade in the long direction. So obviously, if you only have a long mindset, you can only trade in the long direction. It's real simple. You look at the chart, and if the chart tells you that you don't have bias long, what do? Well, you don't have a trade. You wait for the next bias long signal. If the chart is not momentum long, you don't trade it. But I believe, because we live in a time of tremendous opportunity of speculation, that as a speculator, as a trader, you should devise a system and trade a system that's an always-in system. That if the market is moving, you want to be part of that move. If the market is moving, you want to be part of that move and you want to pull capital from the market. That's the system that you see traded before you. That's what I trade. It's an always-in predictive system. It's designed to trade with momentum and bias. If the market is moving in one direction, we want to be in it and we want to pull capital from the market. It's as simple as that. Doesn't get any more complex than that. So, did I answer your question there, ABS? I'll share the RDA. That's what we use to I guess I'm not going to use I refuse to use the word trend. That is how what you would consider
Order
trend,
filled.
or what you ask
Order
is trend.
filled.
That's what we use to define bias. What most people think of trend. And maybe if I feel like it, if I'm not, I haven't lost my energy by the end of the market, if you're still around and you want me to expand or show you a precise example in under 5 minutes why it's better to think about using the Rexdog average, I can show precisely how it works as even defining the trend, if you want to use that, or better yet, how to think about momentum. All right, now we're getting a little too aggressive, so I got to make sure I'm watching these trades. I'm sorry, I'm not showing my trades. So we're down a little bit more than we want to be. One of these is going to move in one of these directions. So I got to make a decision and either double up and then close out, trade myself out of these trades, or make a decision that one of these trades is going to go in the direction that it's going. So I've got to decide which one of these trades I'm going to commit to. One of these trades I'm going to commit to. I don't know which one yet. I got to watch the charts. I got to stop talking and watch the charts. Because I don't like losing on both these trades. They're both in the same directional move though. So one of these is going to sell off harder. Might be the NQ. Might get an opportunity to get out of GC here at a break even, so I'll probably take it. Or at least put in trailing stops. Yeah, there we go. We're going to get an opportunity to break even here in this GC trade. It's only 2 lots, but I don't like the way it's behaving.
Order filled. Order filled.
Got out of the GC trade for about $60 loss. Just did not like the way it's behaving. It might continue up, but right now I need to focus on deploying capital on one of these tickers or probably focus on the NQ here, and only put attention on the other tickers where at high probability trade areas, like higher probability trade areas, I would say. So not do lower probability trades on these other tickers, just because given the news, given where we're at in the news cycle with the FOMC, FOMC, and then also the Fed announcement. I don't want to be on the wrong side of two trades. So we're going to just focus on one chart here for a little bit while we're in this news cycle. I probably should put a protective stop on this thing, damn it. Yeah, bastard. Oh, I don't like the way that's moving. Yeah, I should have got out of that. Well, I'm going to have to take a little deeper loss on that than we want to.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Let's see. Come on, man. Rip up. Either rip up or rip down. Do one or the other. This is not worth the risk here.
Order filled.
All right. I reversed there. I don't think it was going to rip up to my position. It might still, but it looked like it's more going to sell off. So took a little bit more of a loss than I wanted to there. But we'll make it back here in this move here. So we just
order filled.
We're up about 5 lots. There we go. Up about $2,500. Yeah. Good thing I reversed there. It's the right move based on what the price action was showing. Up about $3,000 on that trade. So I got I got dinged a little bit there on that trade there. About $1,500. That's what happens when you kind of aggressively trade the news. Sometimes you're not quite. And when you're talking and streaming, that's the other thing. You're talking and streaming. So that's why I'm just focusing on the trade. All right, let's take some profit on this thing.
Order filled. Order filled.
Because it's getting a little volatile. Bam, bam.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
All right, we're in 3 lots. Trailing stops in there. Just focus on that. Where else? We're CL. Our next opportunity in CL is down below or up above. So we really don't have anything on CL. All right, we're up about $2,500 on that trade. Or, sorry, $1,900. I don't know where I got $2,500 from. Whew, man, I wish I would have stayed in the 5 lots or traded bigger. We're only up $2,000 though. Oh man, 3,600, 3,700. Come on, man. I guess I was wrong about the whole weekly test thing. Damn.
Stop filled.
Yeah, I was wrong about that whole damn weekly test thing. Do you want to give this a little bit more room? I think we'll give one of these lots a little bit more room.
Stop filled.
Maybe we can stick with it. It's
Stop
not bad,
filled.
just straight up sniping here today, and
Stop filled. Stop filled.
oh, damn it. You know, making pretty much sniping today and making about $9,000, $10,000 is not bad. I would say that's not a bad way to. Wait, where's my streams? Oh. Okay. I was like, what the heck? There we go. Oh, man. I didn't reverse that. I should have reversed that. Well, it is the Fed news announcement time. So, you know, right, isn't that 2:30? So right about now. So completely out of the market. Just waiting to see if we can see some opportunities to quickly snipe the market a little bit. But did make a decent move there. I mean, we caught that down move. Did not reverse it. I was focused on something else instead of reversing. All right, thanks, ABS. Rex he's having the time of his life. He's outside. He's like barking at stuff. I don't even know what he's barking at.
Order filled.
All right, we'll see if we're too aggressive on that move up. I'm going to put 2 trailing stops in here in case we get picked up there. Might be getting too aggressive on that move. Let's see. Give it a room to spike down and spike up. I think it still wants to test the weekly open. So we'll see. Give it a room to spike down, spike up. Hopefully it doesn't spike down, take us out, and then spike up. But if you're going to trade during this time of the market, look, you got to trade accordingly. You can see I'm not trading at super size. Just one lot. Seeing if the market's going to pick us up on a pullback there and then rip up. But if we can make an extra couple $100 here on a rip down and then rip up, why not, right? That's what trading's about. Pulling capital from the market. For those that are wondering, that entry was straight up the Rex stock system. Straight up a momentum check. Like, it works in high volatility times too. It's not like it just stops working just because of high volatility. Look, if you're a trader, you should love this time. This is awesome. Like, high volatility is awesome. Like, I'm not trading at size because I'm streaming right now. But if I was not streaming, I'd be having, like, as a trader, these are the times you live for. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. As an aggressive trader, these high volatility times, you just like, I wish this happened every day. Why doesn't the market move like this every single day? Because, like, you're looking at it and say, geez, within 2 minutes I can make $600. That's not bad. That's just trading one lot. Like, hey, you know, not even 2 minutes. That's probably like 45 seconds. Bam. Knocked out of that.
Stop filled.
You bastard. You took us out. All right, let's see where our next entry is. Next entry is probably down here. Let's see if we can focus on this entry down here. I don't know if it's going to go down that low. So let's do another entry right here. We'll put in our protective trailing stops right here. See if we get picked up on this pullback. Pick us up, man. Come on, you can do it. Pick us up. Don't be scared. We 4 ticks away? Actually, 2 ticks away. That pissed me off. Didn't even pick me up on that. Okay, it might pick me up here. Sometimes you should not actually not want the market to pick you up. Damn it. I hate when it moves with me, without me. I don't want to chase this trade at this point in time, but we need to get a little bit more aggressive if we want to get picked up. Pick us up.
Order filled.
Now, I might have regretted that based on what it's doing now, because I should have just been more patient. Yeah, damn it. Little dumbass. I'm friggin' not more patient. I should have been more patient. Yeah, I should have been more patient. Little bastard. How dare you? It might sell off a little bit more here than we want it to.
Order filled.
Yeah, damn it.
Stop filled.
We don't want to be on the wrong side of that move. So let's make sure I'm focused there.
Order filled.
might continue to move down now that it's switched momentum, or it might continue to move up. Let's see. Give it a little bit of room there, and then we'll get ready to exit here pretty quick if it doesn't. Now that it's switched momentum. Come on, man. Get into profit. Go up. You want to test the weekly open? I know you do. No, it doesn't. Should probably add one more there. Maybe. Maybe one more there. Maybe. Maybe I should have added one more there. We'll see. You need to break momentum, man. You need to friggin' break momentum. Yeah.
Stop filled.
Yeah. Just burning through P&L, being an idiot. Okay, there we are.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
It's either going to work out here or not. So that's the level I probably should have waited for. So it's either going to work here or not. Go, rip up, man. Come on. Not slowly. Fastly. Fastly, dude. Rip up. There you go. Keep going. Rip up. Come on, you can do it. Break that level. There you go. Next level, 250. Rips past 250, it's continuing to go up. Keep going. There you go, man. Keep going. You can do it. You got the strength. Come on, man. You can do it. Ah, dude, you're going to sell off here, aren't you? And I got to give it room. That's the problem. I can't put my stops here. I guess I could. There we go. There we go. See, I told you. It hits past that level, it's going to rip up. There we go. Come on, son. You got it, man. Up about $1,700. Keep going, dude. You can do it. You got the strength. Ah, man, look at that stall. It shouldn't be stalling there. Why is it stalling there? There's no reason why it should be stalling right there. Literally no reason why you should be stalling right there. All right, you're going to make me take one off.
Order filled. Order filled.
I took one off because, hey, it's stalling at a place that it shouldn't be stalling. So I have no idea why it's stalling there. According to our system. Look, I'm not saying that there's a magical reason why it... Well, there is a magical reason. Our system says it shouldn't stall right where it's stalling. So I don't know why it's stalling there. Our system says there's no reason for it to stall right here. It should be, now that it broke that level, it should be ripping up. So I don't know why it stalled at that level, but I took some profit off because the market's doing something that our system didn't predict. So now at this point in time, it should just rip up. There should be no reason why it shouldn't rip up, but maybe it's going to pull back, take us out, then rip up. It's probably what's going to happen. Either way, you know, our trailing stops are in profit. Yeah, I don't know why it stopped there. There's no reason for it to stop. Maybe that's why. No, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. There's nothing there at that zone that would be a reason unless it's just a strict over.
Stop filled.
All right, bastard. Took us out. We only made like, I don't know, $1,100, $1,200 on that trade. It's kind of upsetting. I don't know why it stalled there. Interesting. Oh, I see. Duh. Chart 3. Chart 3, that's why. Okay. Chart 3 was the reason. Usually, if it stalls like that, and you see something like that where it just stalls, like usually you can go to the 4-chart setup and find one of the areas like with the reason why.
Order filled.
So the reason why there, what's chart? It's fighting with that chart 3 level. Now it exceeded it. Now it's just a matter of. Now it's dealing with chart 3's highs. That's all it's dealing with right now. Once it decides to take out those chart 3 highs, then it's probably going to go to the next level, which is 300. Eventually. Rip up, man. You can do it. You got the strength. There we go. We're in one lot. Ah, you bastard. One lot. I've got to ride one lot up, or we look to maybe get picked up here. There we go. Just pull back a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. Pick us up, then rip up. Or you're gonna make me? Are you seriously gonna make me ride one lot all the way up to the friggin' to the moon, as the crypto bros say? GC retested the daily open, so GC might be a long trade there. GC might be worth a long trade. Yeah, so it's still targeting the weekly open. It did tag it. All right, so it did tag it. So we've got a tag out of it, but we're looking for this upper level. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Let's not get too aggressive on the entry, but let's see if we can get picked up on another pullback that's going to hold up. That's what we're looking for here. So
order filled.
Damn it. I think it's going to switch. It might switch. If it breaks this level, then it's going to switch. If it holds this level, then it's going to rip up. Once again, the level is 248.50, and then you've got another level now at 265. So if it breaks 248.50, then it's going to rip to the next level, which is 265. You know, but right now it's shifted momentum on chart 2. So, you know, we've got our protective trailing stops in, and then it's just, I mean, right now, okay, Vol's slowed down a little bit. So Vol's slowed down a little bit. I anticipate it's either going to take us out here, or it's going to rip up. Yeah, it's going to take us out. Should I have added there? That's the question.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Okay. I don't know why I got stopped out there. Ooh, we gotta be careful because it might rip down here. Might rip down. Yep.
Order filled.
Might rip down here. So we might want to reverse, possibly. I might want to reverse here. Might want to reverse that trade. We'll see here in a second, because it's definitely not ripping up. Yeah, probably gonna want to reverse it. Give it one more opportunity. It either rips up or not. But right now, yeah, so there it is. Here it is. Okay. Now it better not sell off here. If it sells off here, then we should have reversed right there. I should have reversed right there if it sells off. But we'll give it a little opportunity to rip up and retake that level. But I should have reversed up there if I should have reversed. We'll give it a little bit of room here, but not much. And then I should have reversed. Fuck.
Order filled.
Pissed me off. Knew I should have reversed there. Sorry. Don't mean to swear.
Order filled.
Knew I should have reversed there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Order filled.
Rip down to the next level. Then we'll reverse. Rip down to the next level. I knew I should have reversed there. All right. Trade's over. On to the next trade. All right. Boom. Keep going, man. Keep going. If you take me out, I'm just going to short you again. So I don't know what you're doing. I'm just going to short you again.
Stop filled.
All right, take me out. I'm going to short you again, man. Wait, what is this? Well, we got stopped out. We'll short you right here.
Order filled.
We'll short you up here. Not to get too aggressive. Short right there.
Order filled.
Not to get too aggressive. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
Order filled.
Hoo, 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 hoo. That's what you want to do.
Order filled.
What are we in? 5 lots. Ooh, let's see if that's an overshoot or is that going to hold. That's the question. You're going to rip down more or you're going to rip up? You're deciding right now, I see. I see you're deciding right now, man. You need to decide what you're going to do. Come on. Decide what you're going to do. There you go. Yeah. You want to hold momentum? I don't know why you want to hold momentum. Come on, sell off to the next level, dude. 160. You just want to hit 160. That's what you want to do. Or maybe you want to hold that level. I mean, you did tag that, so maybe you want to hold that. Shit, I don't know. I don't know what you want to do. Figure out what you want to do, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to go with you or not. Come on, dude. You're playing with me here now. You little bitch. Seriously. You're going to hold momentum now. Now you're going to hold momentum after all that. So you're going to make me exit here at a loss, or you're going to give me an opportunity to get out? What are you going to do? Okay, now you're giving me a headache. Decide what you're going to do. There you go. Last check. There you go. Keep going. Okay, or find support there. Find buyers. Okay, fine. Just call that maybe you hit some stops. Keep going. 160 is where you want to go. So either go there or give it up. One or the other. I don't care which one you do. I really don't care at this point in time, man. Fucking A. Actually, I do care. Because you're holding momentum, you little bastard. Yeah, you want to hold momentum. Okay, there you go. Now, finally, now you decide. I hate trade over 8 when certain aspects because I can't move my friggin' trailing stops. I have to reset them. Friggin' so friggin' annoying. This is why I'm moving to CR chart. Because this trade in CR chart would be so much easier to manage than this trade in trade over 8. Trade over 8's great, but it also has a couple things that if added would make it really badass. But no. Trade over 8 doesn't want to be badass. Trade over 8 wants to be just half badass. Fucking A. I knew it.
Order filled.
Fuck you, asshole.
Order filled.
Fucking
Order filled.
I'm pissed. Knew I fucking should have reversed that. I'm not checking any chats. I'm not doing anything. I'm trading. So, you know, if you have questions or whatever, I'll answer it after the session. I'm focusing on friggin' pulling capital from the market and aggressively trading. So I'm talking to myself the way I would typically trade. That fucking pissed me off, though. Do what you're gonna do, dude. Go. You already did it, so you signal it, so fucking do it.
Order filled.
Alright, now I need to decide, do I reverse again?
Order filled.
Okay, we'll see. It's either gonna crush me or I'm gonna have to scale in higher. Yeah, you little bastard. You little bastard.
Order filled.
Alright, so is that the overshoot that I was looking for or not? That might have been the overshoot I was looking for.
Order filled. Order filled.
One more move and then we'll be good. I think it is going to 160. But if it holds above this level right here, 240, then it's not. So we'll see. We're down too much. 4 grand. So do I scale in more? I think I scale in more.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Order filled. Order filled.
There we go.
Order filled. Order filled.
Keep going. Will it keep going or not is the question. All right, now this is where I need to then put in how many. What we got? We're at 20 lots. All right, so now I need to make a decision. Directionally, is this where I want to put some stops? We'll do 4 at a time. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. All right. That's either going to work out or not. Come on. Ooh, I almost want to take some of that profit. I almost want to take some of that. I almost just want to call that a scalp right there and just take it. I almost want to. But we'd be missing out if we took it. Come on, keep going. I don't like my entry. My entry's not as good as it should be. Yeah, that's why. Guess I could have quickly took that profit there. It's one thing I could have done. But if it holds momentum and it rips up, then it's, or if it holds this level and holds momentum, then holding the trade is the right move. There we go. Keep going, dude. All right. 6 grand. I guess we could take it there. It's pulling back. Yeah. I probably need to either get out of this trade, just take 3 grand, or because it doesn't seem like it wants to rip. Do I just take the 3 grand, or, well, obviously it's not 3 grand anymore.
Order filled. Order filled.
Fuck you. Piss me off. Should have just took the 6 grand. Only made like $1,000 on that trade. Friggin' A. I'm holding out for the bigger win, which is stupid. Yeah. Now, is it going to sell off is the question. Which I should have just took that bigger win trade there.
Order filled.
Should have just took the bigger win. Shouldn't have been playing around there. Should have just exited totally and said, okay, yeah, it stalls here. It's showing us what it wants to do. That's what I should have done. Damn it. So it's at this level. I think it's going to sell off now. I don't think it's going to. I mean, it had its opportunity 3 times now and it didn't take it. So now it's just a matter of is it going to sell off? But we're at the time we're in the last hour of the market. So like, I don't want to get too aggressive here. But I think it's going for that 160 finally, maybe. Yeah. Damn it. Didn't get picked up on that move there, but it might get picked up here. So it's slowly maybe gonna get there. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I need to get into, okay, let's change these around. That's what I need to get into. I need to focus on taking profits. What I mean by that is like, okay, when it's in profit, I got to take some off. I can't just be holding these positions. So that's what I need to focus on, taking profits.
Order filled. Order filled.
You know, so that one trade there where I was up 6, I should have just took half off and said, you know what, I'll let the half ride. But I didn't. That was wrong. I need to get into the scalping mindset. I also need to look at the internals real quick.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
It's at the bubble right now. It's going to decide, yeah, if it's going to rip up or rip down. Ooh, there we go. I want to, at a G, I want you to get up to like 1,000. Get up to 1,000, and then I'll put the rest as trail stops. Maybe it's not going to do it here. Of course not. Why would it do it here? Why would it rip up here? Okay, there we go. We wanted to be up at least a G, right? And then take one off. Oh, too slow. Too slow, man. Too slow. Oh. There we go.
Order filled.
All
order
right.
filled.
Ooh, there we go. Up 7, up about 4 grand on that trade. Not bad. I will take that. Then we'll put some trailing stops up in here. And then we'll take one more off right here.
Order filled.
And
order
we got
filled.
6 trailing stops. We're up about $3,000 on that trade. Yeah. This is why you take profits on these quick scalps, because it's like, hey, you know, you want to be in there for the bigger win, but look at this.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
The little bastard came back and took me out. Yeah.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
And then ripped up. So, you know, with the volatility, you just got to take quick profits. You hope that your entry's good where you can actually manage the trade a little bit. But at the same time, given this volatility, you just got to trade the range.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
Fuck you. When I swear I'm not mad, I'm just more mad that the market is making me work harder. That's what I'm mad about. I don't like the market making me work harder. Like, and then I also don't like that I'm not maximizing the profits. That's what I'm pissed about. So like, if you want to know why I'm pissed, it's not that I get knocked out. It's that the market's making me work harder for the trades.
Order filled. Order
so
filled.
I just don't like
order
that.
Filled.
I don't
order
like that
filled.
whole situation. There we go. No, I'm just in scalping mode. We're just in scalping mode. We'll just make, you know, see if we can get part of the larger move if it happens. Other than that, I should just be in scalping mode.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, I can't see. There we go. Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing my trades. My bad. Why didn't someone tell me? Well, I don't know who would tell me because I wouldn't be looking. Sorry, I apologize. It wasn't when I change charts on there, I forget to change back because I'm trading. And I'm not watching that. I'm watching the 4 chart setup. I think now it's going to officially maybe go to 160. Maybe. I keep saying that, but it's not getting there. And then it's aggressively like moving up.
Order filled. Order filled.
1, 2, 3. Come on. We're waiting for that 160 tap. That 160 tap, then, you know, it might go long, potentially. That's what we're waiting for. Until then, we'll just kind of eke out profits here and there. Guess I can put my trailing stops in a little bit closer here because... No, I shouldn't. We'll put one a little bit closer here. And we'll put another one here. And then another one here. It might just come up and take us out. We'll see. Yep. So we might not be part of this move. We might have to get aggressively on the entries. Especially if I'm waiting for this 160 move that doesn't seem to be happening. It seems to be stalling at this zone. There we go. Okay. All right, now we're all in. Now every one of our trailing stops is in profit. Okay. Up about $1,500, $1,400. Ah, damn it, you're going to knock us out, aren't you? How dare you?
Stop filled.
That's fine. I want to be with the move for the whole 160 move, but you're like making it real difficult, man.
Stop filled.
Yep. Here's our next entry on the short side. If we get knocked out, those are next entries. If we get knocked out on the short side, those are next entries. Otherwise, we're in one lot for the move down, roughly up about $500 here. I know you can't see because TradingView doesn't know how to properly create a charting system that shows your position while your stops are in the system. You know, why would TradingView want to do that, you know?
Stop filled.
All right. Now we're knocked out. The question is, do we go see? Fuck. It's at 160, exactly where I called, and I wasn't there for the full move. The next move down is a little bit further, so, you know, it's just a matter, is it going to move down to that level?
Order filled.
Actually, I didn't want to reverse that.
Order filled.
There we go.
Stop filled.
Okay, this is our first reaction zone. It's either going to go here or it's going to go to 115. That's the problem. So, we don't want to get caught on the wrong side of this move.
Order filled.
So, let's do this. Don't really want to be caught on the wrong side of this rip down if it does rip down to 115. Or 120, which it looks like it's going to. But there should be some reaction
Order filled.
At this zone. There should be some reaction. On normal market environment. A normal market environment, there should be some reaction here. There we go. We're getting the reaction we were looking for. You guys are seeing in real time the predictive nature of the Rex Dog system. Look, now we should have took some profit there, obviously. So, but okay, we're up about $1,000. You're seeing in real time the predictive nature. I told you, you just heard that there should be a reaction here in this zone. This is the reaction. We trade reactions. So this $800 or so that I made here on this trade is a direct result of the predictive nature of the Rex Dog system. I just wasn't
filled.
Didn't maximize the profit because I didn't get out at the top there, but this is the zone. Now we're going to look for a double tap of this zone and potentially it hold up. We should actually probably be shorting that move up there on the top, but I didn't.
Order filled.
Okay, now this is our last chance of whether or not this zone's going to hold up. So we had our reaction. That's what I think some people don't realize, is that was the reaction. So, you know, the reaction doesn't mean that it's gonna react there and it's just gonna rip in the other direction forever, or it's gonna change
Order filled.
what people consider the trend. There was the reaction, and we traded the reaction, and we made some money on the reaction. That's a prime example of what a reaction is.
Stop filled.
Should have been short. Fuck you.
Order filled.
All right. Should have been short. I wasn't short. I should have shorted that move, that sell up. So now we're going to short where we need to short, because I think it's going to the next zone. The next reaction zone is 110 to 115 is our next reaction zone if it gets there, if it wants to continue to sell off. Now we are at a daily open, so that's another area where we got to be mindful
Order
of.
filled. Order filled.
Maybe the daily open wants a hold. Now that's where we're in the pivot time of pivot 2 of the market. So that's
order
where you
filled.
got to consider, okay, do you want to be with pivot 2? Is pivot 2 going to hold up, or is it going to sell off? That's the question. So that's what we're going to trade with. I'll trade with, right now, as long as the daily hold up, we'll trade with that until we get a clue from chart 2 that it's not going to do that.
Order filled. Order filled.
We're taking a little bit of risk here, obviously. That the daily, in addition to our zone, is going to hold up. So we are taking a little bit of a risk here. When the chart is, so we're fading. That's what I'm saying. We're fading the move. So we're taking more risk because we're fading the move. We're fading the directional move of the market, or the momentum and the bias of the market. That's what I mean. Oh yeah.
Order filled.
Which is why you don't fade the market. That right there is why you don't fade the market. That right there is why you don't fade the market. Because we're going to the next zone, I believe. Possibly. We'll get an opportunity here for an overshoot of the yeah, see. That's why you don't fade the market. Prime example why you don't fade the market. When you fade the market, you're going against the bias and momentum of the market. You know, taking some profit.
Order filled. Order filled.
And then put in trailing stops here. Taking profit quickly because we're at a decision area of the market right now. Deciding doesn't want to use the daily, doesn't want to lose the daily, and doesn't want to go to its next zone down at 110 to 115, or does it want to rip up from here? That's what it's really deciding at this point in time. Looks like it wants to rip down, but it's not committing to it. There we go, committed to it there. Now this just open my trailing stops, and then basically where we want to take some profit is right here. If we get the
stop
opportunity.
filled. Stop filled.
Didn't get the opportunity, little bastard. Still made profit though. I mean, a couple $100. Yep, there we go.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay. Now we're long. This is the last chance that we're going to give it to go long, because it's either going to, it did hit the momentum indicator there and it failed. So it's either going to hold and hold the daily.
Order filled. Order
or
filled.
It's going to fail right here and then go down to our next level. So there we go.
Order filled. Order filled.
Put in trailing stop. I'm just trading small size because we're in the last part of the market. So if I can pick up $400 here, $500 here, like we here, like here, $500. If I can pick up $500 here, $400 here, $200 here, I mean, why not, right? There we go. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. It's hitting the RDA. Now the question we have to ask is: it gonna hold the RDA, or are we gonna not maximize our profit by not taking profit right there? Only in one lot, so up about $475. Let's keep going. Look, if you're new or you've been watching the stream, you haven't joined Discord, you'll find a link right below the video, especially on TradingView, to join Discord. You'll definitely want to do that. And then same with on YouTube or other places. If you'll see a link that basically provides a Discord link. You know, look around. You can learn about the trade system. You can also ask me questions. The other thing is that what I highly suggest is, if you're ready to get started, send me a DM and say, how do I get started? You just can't buy the training, the system. Sorry, I'm not on active trading. You just can't buy the system or buy training. I need to talk to you first. I like to talk to everybody, make sure you're a fit, make sure you have the right kind of like perspective on trading. I've only denied probably 5 or 6 people, but those 5 or 6 people were just not a right fit for the community. So it's not stringent. I'm not going to ask you to do 50 pull-ups, but I just want to make sure that you're kind of on the right mindset. You're going to be a fit for the awesome community that we have. All right, I probably should reverse.
Order filled.
All right, so I'm shorting now because it didn't break the RDA. So I might make a decision to then go long here if it breaks the RDA. But right now I'm trading with what the system is telling me to do, which is short. So the system's telling me to short this market, so I'm shorting it. We'll see if, given the volatility, that's not going to work out in our favor, but that's what the system's telling me. Probably should do another pickup here right at an RDA, overshoot. Just don't want to get too aggressive because we're going into the last half hour of the market, and the news. Huh? Oh, so I heard from a Canadian that WISE is good, cheap fee. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Oh. Only in 2 lots. That's fine. We'll make $600 or whatever on the ride down if it goes down. I'm going to put some protective stops in, or trailing stops. Hopefully we'll be able to maximize the profit on this trade. Once again, the system told us to short. What did we do? We shorted. Now we're up about $1,000. So, look, I'm just trading the system. I mean, yeah, I'm executing it, but literally, you could have access to this system today. We're going to go away at some point in time in the future. It's not going to be available forever. We are going to ghost. We're going to go stealth, and we're going to ghost. Just warning you ahead of time.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
I'll stop streaming. You'll never hear from me again. Poof. Alphas, you'll be able to roll with us. So I just want to make sure whenever I say that, alphas, you get a chance to roll with us. So it's not like I'm going to be gone for the alphas. Alphas are the reals. Alphas are the ones that stepped up and said, yep. Alphas are the ones who have self-selected themselves and said that, okay, I see something here. There's opportunity here. So y'all be rolling with us. I haven't heard Rex barking. I gotta go check on him. Oh, he's doing good. He's just chilling, man. He's like, it's finally like spring, and he's like, man, I've been locked up. Now I can go out and guard the compound. I can guard my domain. Like he's the happiest dog in the world today, because he's on guard duty. Oh, and I bought him a tactical Molly. I bought him a tactical Molly. Freaking one of those things for dogs. Oh man, I should have been size higher. Should have been size higher. All right, we'll be looking to maybe go long right around here. I think this is kind of where we're going to look to go long, right down there. Maybe that's where we're going to look to go long. I would have liked to have been more sized up in this trade, but we weren't. And as Immaculate Tony said, tapping that rocket. I've never heard that trading phrase, but I like it. I like it a lot. Tapping that rocket. Oh man, that makes me laugh. I'm gonna turn that into a meme, Tony, Immaculate Tony. I apologize. I'm taking your phrase, man. I'm turning it into a meme. It's gonna be a meme. Like every couple months, I hear a new thing that, to me, enters my lexicon. And tapping that rocket is officially part of my lexicon.
Stop filled.
Ah, damn it. It doesn't want to tag that level. You little bastard. Fine.
Order filled. Order filled.
Fine. We'll sell you again. If that's what you want us to do, we'll sell you again. I'm tapping that rocket. Oh. I'm laughing because I can see the visual that I want with it. I need to get a graphic designer. I guess I need to go find a graphic designer that wants to work with us. Man, oh man, oh man. Maybe we don't short that move. We'll know here in a second whether or not we should short this move. Yeah.
Order filled.
This is the last area where it's either going to rip up or it's going to, you know, it's going to go against us. So this is the last area. Question is, it didn't tap. Well, it did. Ah, that's almost perfect, man. That's almost perfect. It's almost a perfect tap. Maybe I'm wrong in that zone. Maybe I'm wrong in the paint. Am I wrong in that zone? No, I'm right. But that zone could be that zone, and it tapped that zone. Yeah, I could be wrong here. Let's see. I'll give you a little bit of an opportunity to sell off here. Keep going, man. Could be wrong in the paint. There we go. Okay, continue to sell off. You really should not hold momentum at this point in time anytime. So I'm going to do something that's going to look a little weird to most of you. Yeah. Okay. Because we're in the last half hour of the market, so it's about to get insane. It could get insane. It could be like straight up Cypress Hill insane. Yeah, I think we're on the wrong side of this move, maybe. Possibly.
Order filled.
Yeah, we'll find out here in a second. We'll find out here in a second if we're on the wrong side of this move. This is the final line in the sand for this move. Right here. So it's either going to sell off right here or it's going to rip up. So we'll just take a little bit of risk as far as 3 lots. And then we'll get rid of all our offers. It's either going to take us out here or it's going to rip down. Which one is it going to do? Looks like it's going to rip down. Maybe. Are we giving it enough room? That's the question. No, I'm not. But either going to rip down here. It's again trading the system. This isn't me. It's the system. It's either going to rip down right here or it's going to come out and take us out, and we're going to have to take like a $500 loss. Right here is deciding right now, does it want to rip down to that next level, or does it want to keep the momentum that it was building, the momentum long? We don't know that answer yet. Literally, we just have to be patient. The market will reveal all. There we go. It's trying to. It's trying. It's trying to make the move down. But the buyers are saying, no, we want to buy this. We want to bid it up. We'll see. There we go. One more little move. Market's giving me an opportunity to get out here. Saying, okay, well, we're moving in your direction. We're giving you an opportunity. We're stalling here. We'll give you a little opportunity to get out. Or you want to stick with us. Sell off, man. You can sell off. This is the last line in the sand right here. Yeah. So if it holds this, then it's going to rip up. If it loses this, then it's probably going to rip down. Literally at 170. If it holds 170, it's probably going to rip up. If it loses 170, it's probably gonna rip down. Probably. There we go. All right, lost 170. Like I said, like the system said. I keep saying I. You know, I'm honestly not. You know, I shouldn't be credited with this. Well, I created the system, so I'm the originator. I'm the original, or as the kids like to say, I don't know if the kids say OG anymore, but I am the originator of the system. But the system does the system. The system does the system. When you trade the system like I've been doing, good things happen. Like, for instance, good things. What are good things? Good things are you're up $1,900 on 3 lots. You're up $2,000 on 3 lots. You're up $2,100 on 3 lots. When you trade the system, good things happen. You're up $2,100 in 3 lots. When you trade the system, good things happen. I reminded myself more than even talking to anybody on the stream. When you trade the system, good things happen. You're up 2,500. You're up 2,700. You're up 2,900. When you trade the system, when you listen to the system and you trade the system, good things happen. You're up 3,100. You're up 3,200. Once again, we're hitting that level. Remember I said it's really 13,120 down to 13,100 or so is that zone. I mean, it's too big, but it's probably just beyond that, where you might. I'm going to take one off just because
order filled. Order
starting
filled.
to stall, and I need to maximize my profit. Once again, trade the system. You get the opportunity to basically take about an $800, $900 profit. You don't trade the system, you don't get that opportunity. I'm just reminding myself of, like, stop fighting the system, dude. Because every time I trade the system, friggin' good things happen. When I don't trade the system, good things don't happen. All right, there it hit our level. All right, now we need to think about reversing. Not going to reverse quite yet, but we're probably going to let it get a little bit beyond that, and then we'll reverse. We'll reverse, and maybe we'll catch an upside move that's going to really move. Not quite yet. Exceed that. All right, we're going to reverse.
Order filled.
All right, reversed. I probably reversed it. I probably reversed it too early. So, not going to get too aggressive on the reverse, but we did reverse, meaning I changed directions, and now we're making money on the other side. Why? Because the system told us to reverse. That reaction from losing 170, yeah, I know. Is that Gunther? No, is it Gunther or is it Gothier? Yeah. Wish I was this smart. It's the REDS. I'm just trading the system, man. I'm just trading the system I designed instead of, like, not trading it. That's really all I'm doing. All you guys are seeing is just me trading my system. Instead of, like, sometimes you tune into the stream and you got a dude that designed an awesome system and decides that he wants a challenge. So then he decides to trade against the system because he's an idiot sometimes. But today, I'm laying in bed. Whatever you want. No. Yeah, I know. That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy, that response at 170. It's pretty crazy that, you know, we can define a level and it does what we predict. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Sorry, it's pretty crazy is what I meant. I'm still amazed by it. Like, you know, I'm still amazed by it. All right, see, I told you I started this early, you know, like an idiot. I always do this. I don't always do this. I do this sometimes. I start the reversal early instead of waiting for confirmation. So, you know, we're gonna yeah, that's the problem.
Order filled.
I always do that. I don't always do it, but I do it sometimes. So, for instance, this is not waiting for confirmation, right? This is like the best way to trade reaction zones is you wait for confirmation, right? So there are reactions, but once again, this is kind of me. I'm not trading the system this, like right now with that reversal. If I'm willing to scale in properly, then I'm trading that. But I'm not set up. Plus we're in the last half hour of the market, so I shouldn't be getting aggressive. And the problem is where I entered that trade, I'd have to scale in now at a level that doesn't make sense for the last half hour of the market. We do expect a reaction around this zone, obviously. multiple systems I think would expect a reaction around this zone. So this isn't like a super, like it's not like this is some secret zone that our system discovers. I think multiple trade systems would expect a reaction around this zone. But I always do this. I always start a little bit early. Like, so that's one thing I got to work on. So one of my notes on my journal will be, reversing too early, and not waiting for confirmation, because we haven't got confirmation that this zone's going to hold up and it's not just going to continue to sell off. So right now this is a fade trade for me, and this is where probably I should have started, is down here.
Order filled.
I probably should have started the position down here where it's starting to get to right now. That's where I should have started this position, instead of where I did, which was too close to the reaction zone. So, that's one thing I got to work on. But the market's going to give us an opportunity to get out here and break even, maybe. Might even give us an opportunity, possibly, to make money on this trade. Well, I guess it is. I mean, we're up about $400. I mean, that's not bad. Now it's just a matter of, is it going to break momentum? So now this is where, right, like I said, below where I kind of added there is where I should have started. I'm working on that. Now there is potential for the rest of the afternoon here for it to just rip up. There is potential now. It hit the zone, the lower zone that it wanted to hit. So now it just might, and it might not happen right now. It might take another 5 minutes for it to figure out to do that. But right now there's potential for it to basically just rip up the rest of the afternoon. You shouldn't base your trading on that, unless the chart tells you that. But I'm just telling you how the market typically sometimes works in these type of scenarios. We're in a fade trade, so it's going to be painful in this trade to stick with it, because unless it really rips up, and really the level, unless it rips up above 138 spot 50 and holds, it's going to be painful to get there, because it's now checking every momentum check on the way. And every momentum check, it's going to have a reaction, and you're going to have to sit through it and decide, do I take profit now? What do I do? Well, maybe we're going to get the answer here. But 138.50 is kind of like the level that we watch here on the upside, or for the upside move. But like I said, it's going to be painful to get there, because every reaction zone it's going to react, because it just made a major momentum and bias. It just made a major momentum move down. So now it's in a switchover state where basically it's decide, okay, do we want to switch over momentum long? So it's going to switch over across the 4 chart setup. Well, not across the 4 chart setup. Across chart 2 first. So chart 2 is currently deciding, does it want to move momentum long? And then it's got to recapture bias. Once it recaptures bias, then it's going to probably check bias, and then it's going to decide, okay, yeah, you know what? I want to go long. I want to continue long. Like, I'm just describing how to read the chart, the story of the chart. I don't care. Like, I could describe it. I could use that, I could use fancy terms if you'd like. We're in a triple liquidity, double VWAP zone, and the market is doing a liquidity check, and the smart money is starting to deploy their capital in a triple ladder strategy that that is going to go from a trend short to a trend long environment. I could speak like that if that would make people happier. I find it asinine, but hey, we could do that. We could change our whole vernacular. I guess I should put some protective stops in here. We're in 4 lots. It's either going to move now or we're going to get taken out for a loss. So that's kind of where we're at. Sorry, you can't see my trade, but we're up about 455. But that could change right here, because it's deciding whether or not it wants to hold momentum, hold bias. I'm going to give it a little bit of room, because, like I said, we have to wait till about 2 more minutes for it to decide if it's going to do that rippage move. I'd give it 2 or 3 more minutes, and it's going to decide whether or not it's going to rip up the rest of the afternoon. Or it might fail right here. So we're kind of at the decision point. The next point in the market is right around 137 spot 25 if we want to be super exact. There we go, up $1,000. Let's see if our trailing stops are not in profit yet. So let's see if they get in profit. Hey, let's look at the 1 minute. Let's just do it on the 1 minute so y'all can see. Y'all can see the 1 minute roll out. I never trade the 1 minute because it's a terrible chart to trade. Well, actually, no, you could trade it. You could trade it, but there's better charts to trade than the 1 minute. See how painful it is. Look at how painful it is, because once again on the 1 minute, it's deciding every momentum check. I'm gonna react there, and I'm gonna decide whether I want to capture that momentum. Every momentum check. It's painful to do fade trades sometimes. It's painful because you're going against the momentum and the bias of the market. So every friggin' momentum check on every chart imaginable is checking and saying, do I want to go momentum long? Do I want to break momentum? Do I want to break this level? That's why fade trading is so hard, because it's literally it's making a decision at every level, and then you're along for the ride if you're in the trade. And if you're the type of individual that gets stressed out by watching a trade, then every level is a new encounter with the market.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
Yeah.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
So there we go. So that answered our question. It didn't want to. Now I'm going to do something here a little aggressive though. I'm going to re-enter.
Order filled. Order filled.
So I'm going to re-enter. I'm going to call the bluff on the market. Right now I'm going to call the bluff that it's not going to sell off. I could be drastically wrong, but I'm going to call the bluff. I'm going to say the market, you're not going to sell off anymore. It might just sell off because maybe, maybe now people have access to the Fed's OnlyFans page, because I think that's what they announced today, right? The Fed was going to announce that they're launching an OnlyFans page. So now people finally have got subscribed to the Fed's OnlyFans page, and they're seeing some things that they didn't imagine. They didn't imagine Jerome Powell could actually wear that. So they're probably very shocked right now.
Order filled. Order filled.
So I'm sure some people that are just logging into the OnlyFans page now are like, "Oh man, it's not a good look, Jerome." But I'm calling the bluff in the market right now. Basically, I'm saying, look, you're not going to sell off, dude. You're not going to sell off. So, yeah, it's a risky trade, of course. But I'm basically saying, dude, you're at the low of the day. You hit a key level. You stalled there for a little bit. You're not going to sell off. Rip up, man. Come on. It's the same zone. Well, now the zone officially is. I'll give you the official zone. We'll do the official zone. The official zone, whether or not it's going to rip up for the rest of the afternoon, going into the close, is 125. 125 even. That's the official zone. If I controlled the national broadcast system or whatever, emergencies, that's what you'd be hearing, that little weird kind of beep sound, and then that little weird sound, and I'd send it across the nation. If you are trading during this time, you need to expect in the next couple minutes spikes, volatility moves. So, if you trade during this time, you're taking extreme risk. You are taking extreme risk if you trade during this time. There we go. Pop above 125, it's just going to take off, I think. If it closes above 125, it's just going to go, yeah, see ya, man. We're out. Peace. All right, we should put some of our trailing stops in now above our entry because there's no reason to risk capital anymore. So now that we're kind of in solid profit, so now we're going to put some trailing stops right around our entry. No reason to risk the capital anymore, unless we get stopped over. You can see we're up about a G. We're like Andrew Tate. We're a top G. Come on, don't stall there. See, like I said, it's a painful. Now you might see me, if I get knocked out, I might just enter again. I'm just warning you ahead of time. So I aggressively trade the close and close sometimes, just because I've done it before. I traded the close for, I don't know, 6 to 9 months or something. I don't know how long it was. So I've got good at trading the close. Sometimes I trade at more size. Usually I trade at more size because but you know, I'm okay with ending the day where we're at. There we go. It's gonna rip. It's got one chance here. You got one chance to decide. We're riding the rocket. We're tapping the rocket. We're tapping the rocket. Oh, shit. Come on, dude. Don't stall there. See, it hit 125 exactly. And what did it do? That little bastard sold off. How dare you? You're going to knock me out of this trade, aren't you? It's going to be the saddest end of the day if you knock me out of this trade. All right, here it goes. It's going up again. It's trying to go for it. There we go. Bam. It's testing it right now. Closes above that twice. It's probably going to rippage. There's going to be like rippage. Like literally Patrick Swayze will be pulling off his half t-shirt. Well, who's a modern? Timothy Chalamet, that dude. That's one of the new heartthrobs of the world. I refuse to acknowledge Harry Styles as that. But am I saying it right? Timothy Chalamet. I know that because I have a
stop filled
bastard. We're only going to make a couple $100 on that trade because if the market wants to take us out.
Stop filled.
Yeah. So we're only going to make a couple $100 on that trade because the market wants to take us out. Look at that. Did I not call it though?
Stop filled.
Right at 125. Did it stop right at, well, okay, a little bit above. I apologize. 127.75. I do apologize. No close above there though. That's the key.
Order filled.
Now it might sell off though. That's the thing. We might see a big rip down. So I'm not getting too aggressive with this move. We might see a big rip down. It might have another level in mind, and I don't like that other level, so I'm not going to get too aggressive. So it might have another level in mind.
Order filled.
All right. Might have another level in mind. I'm not trading the 1 minute chart, by the way, just for those that are wondering, are you trading the 1 minute chart? No, I'm not even looking at it. It's a pointless chart to trade. I mean, actually, I say that. You can trade the 1 minute chart. You just got to get really good at it. There's better charts to trade than the 1 minute chart is what I'm saying. So if you're wondering, are you trading the 1 minute? No. I'm just showing you the 1 minute so you can see me, so you can see the position and see me kind of quick scalping, or not really scalping, just you can kind of see the entries and kind of where I'm positioning, where the position is easier than on the 5 minute chart. That's all. That's why I'm showing you the 1 minute chart. Other than that, the 1 minute chart, if you have access to other chart types, it's not the best chart to use. It's still a time chart. So, but if y'all were in the system, you would clearly know the 4 chart setup, and you'd be trading the 4 chart setup, and you'd really have a superpower in trading. I haven't really followed along. Oh, so if you're new here, one of the things you want to do is is you'll see Discord. Number one, subscribe, but you'll see a link to Discord. You want to join us in Discord. That's where the best stuff happens. That's also where, like, if you want to become an alpha and you want to adopt one of the best speculation systems created in history, you can send me a DM and ask, how do I get started? If you want to have fun, you can say, how do I get started with the best trade system, or one of the best trade systems ever developed? That'd be a fun way to ask it. But if you're more of a serious mind,
Stop filled.
Ooh, yep. Trying to make an extra couple $100 here, fading the market.
Order filled. Order filled.
But once again, we're fighting momentum every step of the way, so it's probably the wrong trade to do. Well, it is the wrong trade to do. But so yeah, join us on Discord. And if you're more serious, you can just say, hey, or not even hey, hello, sir. I really like your trade system. I think I'd be very successful adopting it. By chance, how can I join your trade system? Do I only trade the No. Oh no, I only trade the Nasdaq during the last hour. I mean, I could trade other things, but it's a deployment of capital, right? And then it's focus. So the patient trader asked, do you only trade the Nasdaq during the last hour? Well, I trade other things, but given the news today, and I said this earlier in the stream, like, number one, I'm not even trading at size. I'm just trading a couple lots here and there, right? I'm not trading 10 to 15, 20, 30 lots. If I was off stream, I'd probably be trading this at 4 or 5 the size. But then, no, it's not gold and it's not that gold and crude are too slow. It's a deployment of capital thing, meaning, and it's focus, right? So it's like, I can't focus on 4 different charts that are moving at high volatility and scale in at size. So you're seeing me trade these 1 and 2, 3 lots here. Well, typically I'm trading these at like 15, 20, 30 lots, right? So when I'm trading those at 15, 20, 30 lots, I can't be focused on other charts, like, because I can be on the wrong side and lose 10 grand within, like, 30 seconds. So like, what I usually do during these news cycles of heavy scalp is then I say, okay, I'm going to pick areas of the 4 other charts, crude, GC, and I'm going to do the highest probability trades there. And then I'm going to put trailing stops in. So I don't even watch those charts. I got picked up for a couple trades earlier like that, where basically crude picked me up on a short and it was only, a couple lots. And then I put in, and I had trailing stops, and I didn't even look at the trade. I just let the trailing stops take me out. But then in these high volatility kind of sniping kind of opportunities, what I like to do is focus on, I love the way the NQ moves. So I focus on the NQ, and then I deploy my capital in the NQ instead of, like trying to trade 4 different things in a high volatility time. I could do the same thing on CL. I could just focus on CL. I could just focus on GC, for instance. But I just like the way the NQ moves. And if you just join the stream, or one of the things that I've been working on here today is my number one thing, which is fading too much and trading against my system. So today, I've not been really trading at size at all. I've just been sniping. I've still been able to eke out, 15 grand in profit, which is not bad. For just sniping, for just doing small positions. I think the biggest position I had at one time today was 10 lots. So that's not bad for just trading, 2 or 3 lots here, 5 lots here, right? Like here, this trade, we're up, probably we're going to get knocked out, but here we're up, $100 or so on this one lot. But this one lot has the potential, if it rips up from this point, to maybe be a $500-600 trade. So did that answer your question, the patient trader? For me, it's just a deployment of capital and focus. Hey, okay, sorry, Jack. So now I can look at comments because the market's over and we're kind of in the last um, now we can focus on questions. So Jack Legs, I think. Hey man, how's it going? What is your two strategies? I only know TradingView a little, making 3% of my paper trading account. Good job. I'm trying to learn BIBIP. Any advice? Yeah, I like Impatient Trader. I hate the way the ES moves. I just hate the way it. I mean, I can trade it. I can trade it just as effectively. I just hate the way it moves. I like the NQ for me, like it moves more smoother, and then it seems to when it aggressively moves, it aggressively moves. When the ES aggressively moves, I feel like it spikes aggressively moves. The NQ to me more smoothly moves, if that makes sense. So, Bybit, I don't. Well, isn't Bybit an exchange? Are you asking about crypto traders? Yeah. Yeah, and so patient trader, I'll show you something here if you're just joining us. So you mentioned the FANG stocks, right? Okay. So one of the things I use is we use what's called the internals. Now this is a combination symbol up volume, advancing, NQ down volume, and declining. This really tells us, the kind of internals. And then the other thing that I use here that I show often is this is an aggregate symbol of the top, obviously weighted Nasdaqs. And there's different indicators here, and we use different signals here. But for instance, one of the reasons why I shorted that move earlier is because you see this little this line here, the white orange. Well, this aggregate symbol of Meta, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Tesla lost its aggregate weekly open. And when that happened, well, okay, I was like, okay, it's on. It's time to get heavy. And it lost it on a close. Now, we did have another level down here, but then you'll see here these 2, 4s, 5s, all those. These are 6, 8, 9, 10. These are rolling VWAPs. That's the 10-day rolling VWAP, the 5-day rolling VWAP. So what happened here? Well, what happened here, and this is one of the reasons why I got aggressive. Damn it. Sorry. I missed the long move here.
Order filled.
So I'm getting long.
Order filled.
I'm going to put trailing stops in so I don't. So because we might be able to catch a settlement move here. Might be able to catch a settlement move here. Or we're going to lose money. Either way. But you'll see here, so everybody that's watching, I'm talking to everybody, but look, it lost the weekly open. Bam. Okay, when it closed down here, I was like, okay, it's on. I didn't say it's on like Donkey Kong, but that's what I was thinking in my head, right? What I was thinking in my head, okay, if it loses this VWAP, then where's it going to go? Probably the next VWAP. What did it do? Bam, bam, went to the 5-day rolling VWAP. Found support there, found the bid, found buyers, and then that's where it's currently at right now. So that's kind of like, I use this because this leads the market. This leads the NASDAQ because this is the actual underlying, right? The NASDAQ is a derivative. The NDX is a derivative, and the NQ is a derivative of the NDX. So I know I just like went an inception with an inception with an inception, but for those that understand what I'm saying, that's pretty powerful when you know that. That's knowledge, as that one dude used to say. So that's awesome. What ES and NQ indicators? Jack Legs, so you're probably new to trading or you're new to the futures market. These are futures. So the NASDAQ is the NASDAQ 100, the NQ. Crude oil, we're trading oil. We're trading about 1,000 barrels of oil for one lot. I've never had to take delivery of oil yet. Gold futures, we're actually trading gold. And then actually in the overnight session in gold, I might be selling this. Yeah, we might be selling this. But this is our zone up here. This is our sell zone, 256 to 264. I mean, it's an obvious sell zone. I mean, it's so obvious, right? It's an obvious sell zone. Why is it obvious? Well, let's go to Captain Obvious. TA Captain Obvious. That's why it's obvious. There's the daily. So, daily highs around there. Captain Obvious could trade this, right? Captain Obvious knows when the market gets up here, it's either going to it's going to stall up here. That's what Captain Obvious says. So that's pretty that's week 1 TA trader knowledge. So that's what I mean by that. All the market can see this. All the market can see this. So yeah, do you want to trade with the market? Absolutely. But you know, I like to have a little bit more edge than all the market can see this level, meaning that, okay, yeah, we'll trade around this level, but the whole market that everybody can see this level, this zone. So like that means that sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, we'll be trading in that zone, especially in the overnight session if we're around. Judges. Oh, so you just started futures after about a year trading car? It's so hard. So let me get this straight, man. You can successfully trade. Are you successfully trading crypto? Jack Legas? I started in Forex in crypto. And crypto, I mean, number one, crypto is like low float penny stocks. Most of them. It depends what you're trading in crypto, I should say. If you're part of the Ripple, the Ripple crew, if you're part of the Ripple cult, then you know Ripple trades a little bit more predictably slowly. But if you're trading alts, man, the futures market. Well, okay, I don't know your trade system. Okay, our trade system works in every market, so like it works just as well in the crypto market as it does in the futures market. It just works. So that's where I'm like, if your trade system isn't adapting to the futures market, you just probably need to figure out what is different from the futures market comparatively to the crypto market. I mean, the other thing you could do, you could become an alpha, and then you would have access to one of the best speculation systems in the planet. By the way, it's $9.97 one-time fee. You get access to all training, all indicators, everything else. Private channels on Discord. You know, we're working on new training modules here. We just released a precise scale-in model. We're working on a bunch of cool things, really cool things, in addition to everything that's cool there already. But I'm using Paper Trader, which crypto and futures I'm holding like 9 positions: ETH, Sol, XRP, BTC, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and Meta. Well, let me ask you: do you have 25K? Don't answer. If number one, are you only trading Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and Meta, and are you doing swing trades on that? Because if you aren't doing swing trades and you're day trading Tesla, well, I don't know if you're in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., you can't day trade Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and Meta because you have the pattern day trade rule. The other thing I'd say is that if you're trading Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and Meta, why don't you just trade the NQ? Because the NQ is a derivative of those stocks. You're not getting any more edge trading those stocks. In fact, you're actually limited your margin and your margin potential by trading those stocks because you're not going to get the amount of leverage trading those stocks that you would get trading futures. And you're trading the same thing if you're trading Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and Meta. Yeah. So if you're trading part-time, then you're a swing trader, probably, because you're not day trading. So yeah, you're a swing trader. So, you know, if you are swing trading those, so for instance, I swing trade equities, and my average position, I could day trade them. I just think it's a complete waste of time. My average position, or my average hold time is 3 to, I think it's 47 days now. And my average loss on that is about 2 to 3%. Average gain is, I don't know what my average gain is right now, but on average, it's above 24, 27% on average. So I get out of things quick. I get into things quick. And if those want to see what scanner I use, if you want to know what scanner I use, if someone's interested, just put it in the chat and I'll share what scanner I use for that. But yeah, so since you're a swing trader, you know, like, yeah, but it really depends, you know, with swing trading, it depends on how you manage the trade. Where do I get these calculations? My system. Literally, on my swing trades, it takes me 7 to 8 minutes every day to manage my swing trade positions. Less than that. Same with my Forex positions. To trade Forex, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes a day, if that, to trade Forex. Because my system, I trade my system. I can pull up a chart right now. Give me any ticker, and I'll show you how easy this is. I mean, just give me any ticker, and I'll just show you how easy this is. All right, so we're trying to trade into settlement here. You can see that we're up, we're down $100. So I'm going to tighten up our stops, and either it's going to move here or we're going to get taken out for a couple $100. And then we'll go flat here right after settlement, or not after settlement, about 7 or 8 minutes into settlement. So there we go. Market closed. Actually, market already closed 4 minutes ago. Yeah, so what ticker do you want me to use? Just give me a ticker. I don't care. Well, okay, let's go to NVIDIA, because I need to look at it anyways. I'm going to do NVIDIA, okay? Because I'm in an NVIDIA trade. So for those that are wondering, I called this NVIDIA trade a long time ago. I shared it. That was earlier today. That was within the first hour of trading today. So if we go to the ideas, my ideas, and we go to NVIDIA path, this is my NVIDIA trade that I got to decide on today. I got to make a decision. Where am I gonna, which window am I looking at? I don't know what you mean by that. So this is back, when did I do this? April 12th. April 12th said, okay, this is your buy zone. I was already in this trade, and then I did the idea. And I said, this is the buy zone. Our system predicts that it's going to hit this range. So that's what we traded. And then, as you see, strangely, our system really predicted it pretty well. Oddly. Not oddly. I'm just being sarcastic. Now I have to make a decision at this point in time. I've already took a little bit of profit off. I need to decide. I need to look at the chart here today and make a decision on how do I manage this trade based on the price action that we see here. Okay, so yeah, no problem, Jack. I'm showing you exactly what I'm showing. So I'm showing you the idea, and then we'll go over to a chart. Okay, so let's pull up my. We'll do our Rex Dog ideas chart, because I don't want to. Here's what I would usually do, but I don't want to confuse the heck out of you. I would pull up what's called Rex Dog Maximus. Sorry. It is my Rex Dog Maximus chart. Has multi-time frame, 2 chart setup, a bunch of lines. Most people look at that and say, I don't know what I'm looking at. There's too many lines. Well, each one of these colors represents a indicator in our system. Each one of these colors represents how to view momentum, how to view bias, how to view what is happening in the chart. So, but I understand that these charts are all these lines. So especially if I go down to the 1 hour. If I go to the 1 hour, most people look at that and say, dude, I can't even read the chart. Well, yeah, because you're like, I can look at this clearly and clearly see the health of momentum and bias of Bitcoin right now. I can clearly see it because, I'm trading a system, and like within 10 seconds, I can clearly know where the next 2 trades are. I clearly know it. That's my goal for anybody that adopts my system, is that, your time is your most valuable asset. For those that don't know, I'll just share this. I get chemo treatment every 2 weeks. I have terminal cancer. So I plan to live another 10 to 20 years. I don't know what the cancer is going to do, but for me, time is drastically important. So, even if I didn't have cancer and I wasn't faced every 2 weeks, the fact that I have cancer and I got to deal with this, I'm in a stable state right now, but still I'm faced with the fact that I actually have to deal with it every 2 weeks, and I get chemo treatment and everything else. Even if I wasn't faced with that, I'd still realize that time is the most valuable factor. Okay, now we're going to get out of this trade here. Well, we're not going to get out. Well, I can hold it. Why don't I just hold it past settlement? Like, I could hold it past settlement. Nah, I think we'll get out. Should we get out? I'll take a vote. Rex and me are going to vote. Rex, should we get out of this trade? We're up about $1,000. So we're up about $1,000 on it. Should we get out of the trade? Rex is not here to give me the announcement, but it's 308. I'd like to get out of my trades at 308. We're going to get out.
Order filled.
All right, we made about $1,000 on that trade. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. So you said you have a tumor in your knee, but it's benign. I work with it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not promised anything in life, right? So it's like, you know, we all have our challenges. We all have our struggles. So like, all right, so let's look at NVIDIA, and I'll just go through how I would go through this just so you can get a feel for like how I go through this, because I have to look at it anyways. I have to look at IBM. I have to look at TLO. I have to look at AXEP. I have to look at Bank of America, and I have to look at GE today too. But let's look at NVIDIA. I could do it tomorrow morning too. It doesn't matter if I do it right now. Okay. So what I usually do is we start with the 4-day chart over here. And then I start with the daily chart right here. Okay. Just getting the health of the market. All right. So obviously it's pretty clear that the market wants to get to 339. That's pretty obvious. So I know how to manage this trade right now. I put my stops down here right around 202. That's where I put my stops for the remainder of the position. And then I put an alert for right around here, 308. And that's all I have to do to think about the trade anymore. That's the extent of what I have to do. That's all. I don't have to do anything else. So, what do you mean? I have no idea. I don't want to steer you wrong. What do you mean? Steer me wrong. I don't know how you would steer me wrong. So that's the answer. If I wanted to get more aggressive and protect my position, what I would do is I'd use the RDA and I say, well, right around here, 235 is probably where I should put my stops. Or I would put in trailing stops and I would trail it right around 257 spot 17. That's if I wanted to get more aggressive. But I don't, like, I've already took some profit on this trade. I want to participate if it continues up. And then I want an alert right around 301 to whether or not it breaks 301. And then I'll make a decision at that point in time. I'll probably wait for the close of that day, but then I'd make a decision at that time. So, I mean, that's I don't even have to drop down to a lower time frame. I could, but I don't need to. Start with the 4-hour daily to get the health of the market. It's obvious where the market wants to go. Yeah, I mean, with our indicators and with our system, I mean, it's obvious. And then I move on to the next one. So I have to look at, I'm in a IBM trade. I have to look at IBM. Yeah. So IBM, I need to make a decision. I started an initial entry on IBM. I think I'm in around 124.95, 124. I'm in the 124 range. I don't know exactly. 124. So at this point in time, there's nothing to do on IBM. Nothing to do on IBM. We don't have any additional information. I have no additional information that makes this trade invalid. But I'm prepared to scale in down to 108 on IBM. So I've identified IBM as a it popped up on one of my scanners. I identified, and I'll just share one of the secrets if you want to know one of the secrets of my scanners. Negative RLC, negative rate of change. It's as far as I'm going to go. If you understand how to incorporate negative rate of change into scanners, any scanner that you have that scans the equity market will be much more effective if you learn how to properly use negative rate of change. Silver, SLV is another one I have to look at. I'm doing this more for me. I mean, obviously you're watching, but I'm looking at SLV. SLV is how I interpret my my silver trades. So, Mike, I want to trade silver, and I decided that the ETF is the best way to express my silver trades. So I've been saying this for years. Like back here, I was buying silver way down here, It's buying silver like since, I mean, I've been talking about silver for a long time, put it that way. I've been buying silver at every major pullback. Just because I think it's going to do a multi-year tear. So I've been buying silver, and now you'll see these little anchored VWAPs. What is that? These anchored VWAPs are at significant highs and significant lows. And what do we see that just happened here? It just recaptured all of these anchored VWAPs. So it could be on for silver, SLV. It could be on as far as like the next leg up, because it is now recaptured all of the anchored VWAPs, all of the major significant VWAPs that exist on this chart. So I have no reason to get out of my silver trade. I have a pretty substantial position in SLV. So, you know, at this point in time, I have no reason to get out. I'm going to hold it for what I think is the long-term analysis that I don't know if I provided that to the group. If alphas, if you want that, I'll provide my long-term SLV analysis. I'm pretty sure I've done it before, but I didn't do an idea because I don't just give away all my ideas to non-alphas. Like, look, you know, when you become an alpha, I assume you're part of my inner circle, and that's how I roll. So I don't do every idea. And plus, TradingView hates me. So like, I'm not going to support their platform. I mean, they don't hate me. Actually, every time I do something, a mod brings up that I break some house. Not every time. A lot of times a mod breaks up that I break some kind of house rule. Okay. So I'm not going to go post all my ideas on TradingView. Like, plus I don't have the time. So, you know, but for alphas, of course, that's what we're all about. All right. I'm going to get off the stream. If there's any more questions, what I would suggest is you join Discord down below. If you're not ready to get started with the Rex Dog trade system, you join Discord. You can see how we operate. You can see me and my nephew show up every single day. You can see that, you know, we focus on real trading, not BS. We focus on pulling capital from the market every single day. And just thanks everybody for joining me today. Thanks everybody for kind of being here, watching the stream. But definitely join us on Discord. And if you are ready to get started, it's as simple as you can visit the website, learn about the trade system, click on Get Started Now, or hit me up on Discord, send a DM and say, hey, I'm ready to get started. Other than that, what's tomorrow? What is today? Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday. I think I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow. I'll see today, literally, Rex pawed me up, and he told me, like, I love the smell of futures in the morning. I thought it was a little weird that Rex was speaking English, but, you know, I just kind of rolled with it. So that's kind of what we went with today. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. Thanks. Good Anton, Gunther, as well as Jack Legs. I'm a rebel. Yeah. War of the Flea. If you haven't read that book, War of the Flea, it is a really good book about how to, it's a short book on if you ever need to instigate a counterinsurgency. Just saying. War of the Flea. It's a really good book on how to engage into a counterinsurgency, because the War of the Flea, basically you are a rebel. And it's a very good strategy book, military and political strategy book about how to engage in the War of the Flea. It's a really good book. Highly suggest it. All right, see everybody. I'm going to go out like I usually go out. I don't know how I usually go out. We're going to go out with Black Dynamite. But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community.
Ha-ha! I threw that shit before I walked in the room!
And on YouTube as well.
Ha-ha! I threw that shit before I walked in the room!